to start in our forward position, child's pose. So sit back into your hips and do some shifting from side to side. Now remember, you want your knees to be out wide here and your big toes close together. And if this is tight for your hips at this time, then lift up onto your elbows and do some work up here. Or if you have bad knees and you need to be more lifted. And then try to reach your fingertips forward and let your forehead reach toward the floor. And then crawl your right fingertips out further than your left. And try to pull your right hip bone back and reach the fingertips forward. And then relax that right side. Crawl your left fingertips forward. Pull your left sits bone back. Find that length on that side. Then relax that left side. And shift your torso forward. Move your hands in underneath your shoulders and then shift your knees in so they're under your hips and tuck your toes. Press the weight of your hips into your heels and we'll just wake up the arches of the feet. We're pushing our palms forward, the tailbone back. Then shift forward again, drop your toes, shift your knees wide. Take your left hand off your mat to the left, and then take your right arm and really do a big sweep over. So your bicep comes over your right here, and then crawl those fingertips over into that left corner. Now your right hip bone is going to continue to reach to the right. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. And then walk your hands through center. Take your right arm way off to the right. Then take your left arm and try to reach it further than the right. Reach your left hip to the left. And crawl those left fingertips even further. Nice open rib cage there. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. And then we'll bring both hands back to center. Shift your weight forward and come back into that table space, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Turn your biceps forward. So rotate your elbows so they're nice and strong, shoulders back, tuck your toes. Now this time we'll lift our knees just an inch or so off the floor and we're just trying to find that core space. So we're lengthening from tailbone to top of head. Our palms feel like they're pulling toward your toes. We take a breath in here. Exhale, push off your hands, lift your hips. Let your chest reach through toward your thighs. Now you're pushing your palms forward. Feel those heels reaching toward the floor. Then lift your heels, tap your knees down. Shoulders stay away. Take your right foot back. Then you're going to lift that right foot up and send it off the mat to the left. Tuck your toe there. Now push your right hip to the right and look over your left shoulder. So this is that IT band stretch. Should feel that down that outer right hip. Then release. Take that right foot to the back. Really brace your core, lengthen. Take your left arm forward. Now try to make a long line from right heel to left fingertips. And for some of you, you'll be able to lift the toes of your left foot and keep your balance there. That's what we're working towards. Then on your exhale, we'll drop elbow to knee and tuck into your belly. Then inhale, reach up like that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach up like that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach one more time. Elbow to knee. Reach out like that. Bring that right toe, left hand down. Step your left toe back for plank. Tone your belly space. Feel your palms pulling toward your toes and lengthen the back of your neck. Hold, inhale. Exhale. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Then push off your palms, lift your hips down, dog. Push your palms forward, release your chest through, feel your heels reaching toward the floor. You're always welcome to pedal your heels here if that feels nice for you. Then we'll come forward again. We'll bring our right knee down to the floor table. You'll lift your left leg up, send it way off the mat to the right. Tuck your toe, push your heel. Turn and look over your right shoulder and push your left hip to the left. Let's do that side body. All the way down that outer hip, that IT band. Then lift that left leg up, flex it toward the back wall. Right arm reaches forward. Brace your core, tone your belly space in, lengthen. Now maybe the toes of your right foot can lift. Hold inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Tone your belly in, then reach out, lengthen, and brace. Elbow to knee, reach out, lengthen. Elbow to knee, reach out, inhale. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Hear that left toe, right hand come down. Right foot steps back, bring that plank again. Shoulders away, tone belly space. Feel your heels pushing back. Long spine, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. On this exhale, tap your knees to the floor. Brace your core, so long spine. Elbows hug your rib cage. Only go down to what depth you can. Chin up the chest, neck long. Okay. And then push. Inhale there. Exhale, elbows in, long neck, chin off the chest. Then push straight up. Then you're going to shift your hips back, release back into that child's pose, shifting your knees wide. Now here, if you need to release your wrists, press back the hands together. You can let your forehead reach toward the floor and find your breath. Then we'll walk those hands forward again. Shift your shoulders, tuck your toes, find that plank. You have that nice long spine here. Take a deep breath, inhale. On your exhale, bring your right knee to the floor. Take your right arm forward, left leg back. Lift the toes of your right foot if you can. And then tap elbow to knee. Reach out, lengthen. Elbow to knee. Reach out, lengthen. Left toe, right hand down. Right foot steps back. So we're just doing the same series, except we're picking up our pace. Tone your belly. Bring your knees down if you like. Elbows to ribs. Push straight up, chin off the chest, neck low. Elbows in tight to your body. Elbows in. Push up. Find your plank, inhale. Exhale, lift into down dog. Look back at your toes. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Bring your left knee down. Take your right heel back, left arm forward. Brace that core, long spine. Elbow to knee. Reach out, maybe left toes lift. Elbow to knee. Reach out, lengthen. Right toe, left hand down. We come back to our plank. Tone your belly space. Inhale. Choose knees or toes. Elbows hug your ribs for your hover. Chin up your chest, neck long. Push. Elbows in. And push. Beautiful. Plank. Press up, down dog. Take a moment to pedal your heels. Should be nice and warm now. Here we're going to bring our knees to the floor, elbows into your ribs, and lower your hips to the floor. Pull your shoulders back and release your hands to your tailbone. Now, if you can, thumbs are down, pinky fingers up. Turn your palms to face. Do a big shoulder roll. Then reach your fingertips back. Try to draw your hands as close together as you can, maybe gripping your fingertips. Now, roll shoulders back and lift your heart a little forward. Start opening those shoulders. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Release your cheek to one side. Rest your head. Take a deep breath. Now, one more time, shoulders back. Pull your arms away. Lift your heart forward. Now this time I want you to use your left hand to lift your right shoulder up. Bring your left shoulder to the floor and rest the left side of your head. Breathe into that new space. Then release your arms. Come back to center. Big shoulder roll, reach away. Left shoulder comes up, right shoulder comes down, right side of the head rests. Draw your arms off your lower back. Then release your arms, come back to center. Nice. Drop your hands behind you. Take a deep breath. Now draw your belly button away from the floor, push your palms down into the mat. As you push your palms, lift your gaze forward. So that same heart lift. Now take both legs, lift them up. Squeeze your heels toward each other, and then let your arms reach back with it. Hold, inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. Inhale, lower your feet. Exhale, lower your ribs. Breath, inhale there. Exhale, press off your palms to lift your heart forward. Inhale, lift your feet, squeeze your heels towards center. Then just let those arms lift up, lifting your heart a little further. Beautiful. Bring your palms down. Bring your toes down. Bring your rib cage down. Breathe, inhale, warming that lower back space. Draw your belly button in. Push off your hands, lift your rib cage forward. Long neck. Lift your feet, squeeze your heels. Lift your arms, reach, breathe, inhale. Exhale, palms down, toes down, rib cage down. One more time. Draw that belly space in. Press off your hands, lift your heart forward, shoulders back. Lift your feet, squeeze your heels together. Reach your palms. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, palms come down, toes come down, rib cage releases. Beautiful. Bring your hands in alongside your rib cage. Squeeze your elbows toward your ribs. Tuck your belly, push. Sit back, child's pose. Shift your hips side to side. Again, that wrist stretch if you need it. Water anytime. Then we're going to tuck our toes toward the back of our mats. You're going to bring your hands to the sides of your knees and lift your knees up. Sit back into your hips as you bring your heels to the floor. Now your feet want to be hip distance apart here. You want to try to spread your toes. So you're using as much surface of your feet as you can. Bring your hands up above your knees and lengthen your spine. So we've got a straight line from the top of the head to the tailbone. Then as you push off your thighs, you lower your tailbone, lift your rib cage forward. So you're looking straight ahead, your collarbones are pointed straight ahead. Roll your shoulders back, reach your arms out. Tone your belly space, lift your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs, then try to lower your tailbone. You keep your chest up. Nice. Breathe, inhale. Press the weight back to your heels and wiggle your toes. Let's get those quads warm here. Sorry, I know, Kelly, you said you already did 50 squats. What's a few more? Lift your heels. Lower your tailbone, squeeze your inner thighs, lift your rib cage, heart forward. Press the weight back to your heels, wiggle your toes. Again, engage those inner thighs, glutes. Lift your heels. Keep your chest lifted, deepen your tailbone. Press the weight back to your heels, wiggle your toes. Lift your rib cage, heels up, shoulders back. Deepen your tailbone, squeeze your inner thighs. Press back to your heels. Lift straight up. Release your arms. Shake out your legs. Soften your chin to your chest and just ragdoll your body down. So everything's loose here. Make sure your knees are bent, and then sway hips and knees as well as your upper body. Then bend your knees enough that you can bring your fingertips to the floor. Walk your hands forward. We're going to put this all together. We find our plank. Spread your fingertips, turn your biceps forward to lengthen your spine. Inhale. Bring your left knee down. Take your left arm forward, lift your right toes to the back, maybe your left toes left. Exhale, elbow knee. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. Exhale, elbow knee. Inhale, reach out. Right toe, left hand down. Left foot steps back, we hold plank, inhale. And exhale. Then you got your hover position, so knees down if you like. Elbows in, chin up your toes, neck long, push straight up. Again, knees or toes, elbows in, long neck, push up. Beautiful. Knees come down, we drop the tops of the feet. We lower the hips as our rib cage comes down. We move our hands to the sides of the body. Draw your belly space in, engage your glutes. Press off your palms, lift your heart forward. Lift your feet, squeeze your heels. Reach your arms. Breathe, inhale. Palms down, toes down, ribs down. Breathe, inhale, draw your belly space. Exhale, lift your heart, lift your thighs, squeeze your heels, reach your palms. Palms down, toes down, rib cage down. Hands in alongside your rib cage. Shoulders back, elbows in. You choose, knees or toes, brace your core, push. Press into down dog. Give your knees a little bend. Walk your hands toward your toes. We meet at the back of our mats again. Check your foot placement, hip distance. Spread your toes. Bring your hands above your knees and then lengthen your spine. Tailbone to top head. Then lower your tailbone, lift your rib cage, reach your arms. Shoulders back. Tone belly. Lift your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs, lower your hips. Press your weight back to your heels, wiggle your toes. Lift your heels. Lower your tailbone, squeeze your inner thighs. Lower your heels, wiggle your toes. Lifted heart, shoulders back, heels up, tailbone low, squeeze everything. Press back to your heels. Bring your hands to your knees. Lift your tailbone. Ragdoll your arms and legs. Let it all hang. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Softness in the knees, fingertips to the floor, walk out. Find your plank. Tone belly space. Right knee down. Left leg back, right arm forward. Maybe right toes left. Elbow to knee tuck. Reach out, lengthen. Elbow to knee. Reach out, lengthen. Left toe down. Right hand down. Step your right foot back, plank hold, inhale, tone your belly. Maybe knees down. Elbows hug the rib cage on your hover, chin up the chest, neck long. Push. One more time. Elbows in. Push. Nice. Find plank. Press up into down dog. Really let your chest release through. Turn those biceps toward triceps away. Come forward. Knees down. Hips down, lower down. Palms reach back. Draw your belly button away from the floor. Press off your palms, lift your heart. Lift your thighs, squeeze your heels. Reach your palms, chest lifts a little higher. Palms come down, toes come down. Release the ribs. Inhale here. Belly button in. Exhale, press, lift the rib cage. Float the feet, squeeze the heels. Reach the palms. Breathe, inhale, long spine. Palms down, toes down, rib cage down. Hands to your rib cage. Shoulders back, elbows tight, knees or toes. Pull your belly button off the floor, then push. Lift your hips. Pedal your heels. Look back at your toes. Then hands and toes meet at the back of your mat. Feet hip distance, chest to thighs. Hands to knees, lengthen your spine. Drop your tailbone, lift your ribcage. Shoulders back, arms forward. Heels up. Inner thigh squeeze, drop that tailbone. Keep your tailbone low as you press back to your heels and wiggle your toes. Lift your heels. Lower the tailbone, squeeze the inner thighs. Tailbone stays low, press to your heels, wiggle your toes. One more. Ready, heels up. Tailbone low, squeeze. Press back to your heels, wiggle your toes. Push straight up. Let it go. Shake it up. Move it and groove it. And then we'll work that ragdoll action all the way down. Make sure all your joints are softened. You don't want to sway against any locked joints. Then fingertips find the floor. We'll lower knees down. Bring your knees wide, big toes close. Hips back. Then chest forward. Arms either up front, folded under your forehead, or reaching alongside your body. Long, slow inhale through the nose. Soft exhale off the back of the throat. Any shifting that feels good for you, water, whatever you need. One more long breath there. Then we'll round the spine up. Bring your knees ahead. You can stay seated back into your heels if that's comfortable, or you can lift up off your knees. Take a deep breath, fill it up. Let your palms drop to the side. Then draw your thumbs back, expand wide across your chest. Look up a little towards the ceiling. Then release your arms, roll your shoulders back. And back. Good? Good. All right, let's bring those hips down and move your legs around to the front. So we're going to start with our knees bent in. You're going to wrap your elbows around the outside of your knees. You can either grip your wrist, or you can reach around and grip your opposite shin. So you cross your wrists underneath. And then pull your spine away and let your chin drop to your chest. Then pull your spine further away. Open that space between your shoulder blades and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Tilt your chin in and down toward the right collarbone. Roll your neck around until left ear comes to left shoulder. Then you tilt your chin in and down on that side. Let your forehead get heavy to get that upper neck trapezius stretch. Bring your chin back to center. Pull against your legs and lift up top. Bring your arms up. So here we have that long line from that sits bone straight up through the ribs all the way to the top of the head. And then we hinge that long spine back until we feel these muscles wrap around the ribcage. Do a shoulder roll. Tone your belly. Exhale, tuck your belly. Roll down. Smooth, controlled. Slow, 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 slow. Inhale, reach over. Slide your heels out and reach your arms up. Stretch your whole body out. Inhale. Bring your right knee into your chest. Reach around your shin and hug it in close, releasing your lower back into the floor. Switch your legs, bring your left knee in. Now reach down as low towards your ankle on that left leg that you can. Draw your chest toward your thigh and your nose toward your knee. Then draw your belly space into the floor and let that right leg come up to whatever angle works for you. Now lift your shoulders a little higher, crunching in toward that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, switch, drop into your right. Each time you crunch, lifting your shoulders up. Inhale, switch, draw up to your left. Exhale, draw up to your right. Inhale, tuck, switch to your left. Exhale to your right. Inhale to your left. Exhale, lift, crunch. So we're drawing that belly space in, letting those shoulders come up, but not pulling the forehead in. Lift. And switch. And one more, crunch left. Bring your neck and shoulders to the floor. Both knees are in. Shoulder blades flat to the floor. On your exhale, you're going to wrap your hands behind your knees. You're going to pull your knees in so your tailbone gets a little lighter away from the floor. Then you're going to draw your shoulders up, drawing your shoulder blades away from the floor and your chin in. And then you're going to extend both legs out, lower them down to that point where you feel that belly tone in, and bring your fingertips to support the base of your head. Let your head get heavy into those fingertips. Then bring your heels toward the floor, belly in, pull your knees to your chest. So think like double leg bicycles. Toes come out, we lower them down, we hold that belly in tight. We bring our heels toward the floor, tight, tight, tight to that core. Don't let that lower back pop. Pull your knees in. Exhale, extend your toes out. Support the weight of your head. Bring your heels toward the floor. Try not to let them touch. Then pull your belly and knees to chest. Extend your toes out. Remember, you're lowering to your degree. Hold that support through the low belly. Then the heels come toward the floor and the knees pull in. And relax the neck and shoulders. Hug your knees to your chest. Release your lower back. Any movement that feels nicer. Then we'll bring our heels to the floor. Your hands drop alongside your body. Your heels are just a little further away than your fingertips. Spread your toes, push your feet down into the floor. Shoulder blades flat. Exhale, press off your feet, lift your tailbone. Now squeeze your glutes together and lift those hips up. Take your right arm straight up to the sky. Press into your right foot, can your left leg extend out? So keep your inner thighs together. Now bring your left heel and your right arm here. Shoulder blades flat, left arm up, squeeze those glutes, right leg straight out if you can. Keep those hips up even. Bring that right foot, left arm down. Ready, right arm, left leg, lift, squeeze those hips high. Lower down. Left arm, right leg. Hips haul, lower down. Shoulder blades stay even here, right arm, left leg. Inner thighs together. Lower down. Inner thighs aligned. Right leg, left arm up. Lower down. Lower your tailbone. Slide your heels out, reach your arms up. Stretch out your whole body here. Inhale. Now sweep your arms forward, look at your toes. Push your heels down, bring your glutes into the mat. Roll up. Push your heels, push your heels. Hands pull on outer thighs. Lift your heart. Flex your ankles. Press the back of your knees down toward the floor. Lift the sides of your waist tall, then hinge straight forward. Long spine. And deepen. Lift your torso. Bend your knees in. Back where we started, yes? Shoulders back, lifted sideways. Hinge back until you feel that wrapping of that core, space under the chin, long neck. Breathe in. Then tuck your low belly. Exhale, roll down. Try not to move your legs. Smooth, control. Inhale, reach over, slide your heels up. Lengthen, inhale. Bring your left leg up to the sky. Reach your hands behind your left leg, either behind your hamstring or your calf. Draw it in toward you. Now flex your left ankle and push your heel toward the sky. Lengthening that hamstring. Try not to pull directly behind your knee. Flex the ankle, straighten the knee. Bend that left knee, slide it away. Right leg goes up. Right, so start with your toe pointed, knee straightens. Use your fingertips to draw it in closer. Then flex your heel, push that heel away, lengthen the back of the leg even further. Now, slightly relax that right leg. Bring your fingertips either behind your hamstring or one behind your hamstring, one behind your calf. Take your belly button, pull it into the floor. Feel your tailbone lengthen away. Let that left leg come up. Draw your chest in toward your right leg. Inhale there. Exhale, scissor switch. Draw in. Inhale, scissor switch. Roll your shoulder blades up onto the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch lift. Long legs, point your toes away. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch, lengthen. Exhale, switch, lengthen. Inhale, switch. Exhale, draw the belly. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale, release shoulders and neck. Bring your fingertips to the base of your skull again. Draw your belly button into the floor. Feel your tailbone lengthen away. Roll your shoulders up just like you're doing a crunch. Elbows are wide, but then you let your head rest heavy into your fingertips. Squeeze your inner thighs, heels together. So your toes are a little bit out, but you're squeezing the inner thighs. On your exhale, lower your toes down. Now I want you to stay aware of what your lower back is doing. You're drawing your belly in, you're not allowing the lower back arch to pop up. You're toning. Now lengthen your toes out here, wherever that distance is for you. Then slowly from your low belly, pull your toes to the sky. Then relax your lower back here. Inhale. Exhale, toes lower away. Squeeze those inner thighs. Hold, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, slowly lift both toes up. Inhale, release. Exhale, lower your toes down. Remember, just to whatever degree works for you, lengthen, hold, inhale. Exhale, slowly lift up. Use your belly to tone in. Release, inhale. Glue those inner thighs. Exhale, lower your toes away. Support your head. Hold, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, slow lift up. Inhale, release down. Shoulders relax. Bend your knees, give them a hug squeeze. Hope everyone felt that. Yes? Bring your heels back down to the floor. Drop your arms to the side, and again, your heels are a couple inches further away than your hands are. Then you spread your toes, press your feet firmly into the floor. Shoulder blades flat. Press down into your feet, lift your hips an inch or so off the floor. Check to make sure your shoulders are even, your pelvis is even, right? Your two hip bones. Then squeeze, lift those hips up. Use your glutes. This time we'll take both arms up. Extend your left leg straight out. Can you keep inner thighs together? Keep those hips up. Then you lower your hands, you lower your left butt. So hopefully you're not shifting. Right? We're trying to keep up and balance. Ready? Right leg out, both arms up. Squeeze, lift those glutes. Right foot down, arms release. Squeeze those hips up. Left leg, both arms up, even shoulders, even hips. Left foot down, arms release. Squeeze the lift, right foot out, arms extend. Right foot down, arms release, last set. Left foot up, both arms, even shoulders, squeeze those glutes. Left foot down, arms release. Right foot out, arms up. Inner thighs glute. Right foot down, arms release, hips release. Just do a couple windshield wipers there. It just feels good. Then we'll slide our heels up. Flex your ankle, push your heels down into the floor. Maybe give your feet a little more distance, right? Hip distance anyway. Reach your arms, take breath. Now, tuck your glutes into your mat. Push your heels down, bring your arms forward. Pretend your legs are strapped down to your mat, they can't lift. Look at your toes. Roll up. Use your hands here to pull. Lift up top. Flex your ankles. Press down that space behind your knees and let her reach straight forward. Go around your shoulders, shoulders back, long neck. Hinge off this hip crease. Instead of from here, from here. You feel the difference? Yeah, your hamstrings are going to feel the difference. Yeah. Remember, it's not how far you go, it's just how much extension you get to the back of your legs. Then we'll lift the rib cage up. Give the legs a good shake. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Let it go. We're going to roll over to one side. So I'm on my left side. You could be on either side, whichever one is more visual for you. Your lower arm can be up on your elbow with your head propped if you can keep your neck long and your head extended long. If you find that you're doing this and dropping your chin in, then drop this arm down. Or you can just start here, or you can fold that elbow in. If you have any neck issues with that elbow bent in, your head rested here, best place for you to be. Then we're going to lengthen both legs, lift them up. Now, if you feel like you're on that lower hip bone, just tilt your top hip ever so gently forward so you're off that lower hip. Extend your legs out. Reach your top arm up if you can. Now, brace your core. Take your top leg up, flex your ankle so your toes are pointed a little bit upward. Flex your bottom heel. Now, without moving your top leg, squeeze your lower leg toward it. Yeah, and lower it down. And if this hand needs to come to support, go ahead and release. So we're just trying to use this inner thigh on that lower leg. Lift, squeeze it up. Don't move your top leg. Lower it down. Lift, squeeze it up. Lower it down. So feel like you're trying to touch your heels together without moving your top leg. And release. Squeeze that bottom leg. Release it down. And you don't want to hurry these. You want to get that squeeze, hold, then the release. Squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold. One more. Squeeze, hold. Release both legs. Take a breath. Now point both toes. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Brace your core. So we're lengthening all the way down. Chin off the chest, neck long. We lift both legs up. Now lift them up a little higher if you can. Now this is going to be the top of each of your circles. You're going to circle both legs forward, then stop at that highest lift. Then you'll circle them both back and stop at the top. And circle forward and hold at the top. And circle back and hold. And circle forward and hold, lengthen. Circle back, lift, hold. It's not a large circle, but you should feel. Circle forward, lift, hold at the top. Circle back, lift, hold. Try to lengthen the sides of your waist. Stay nice and long. Circle, lift. Circle back, lift. Circle forward, squeeze the lift. Circle back, squeeze the lift. One more time. Forward, lift and hold. Back, lift and hold. Lower your legs. Bend both knees. Just give that outer hip a little rub. Yeah, it can get a rub down too. Bring your top hand in front. Slide your bottom elbow underneath. So this lower forearm, the full forearm, all 5 fingertips are pressing into the mat. Make sure you do not lift that hand up because then you're going to grind your elbow bone into your mat and it will hurt. You don't want pain. So we want to make sure the shoulder is directly over that elbow and your side of your waist is lifted up. You want to make sure you don't end up slouching into your shoulder. So we lift away, we reach that top arm up. Bring your fingertips to the base of your skull so your top elbow is pointed to the sky. Now as you press off your hip, you're going to send your hips forward and try to align them with your knee. Yeah. Now take that right top elbow, rotate it, try to touch your lower fingertips with it. Then rotate it up. Then tap your hip down. Keep the sides of the waist lifted. Ready? Hips up, press forward. Rotate forward. Rotate up. Tap the hip down. Hips lift, press forward. Rotate that top elbow. Lift it up. Tap the hips down. Lift the hips, press them forward. Rotate the elbow. Rotate it up. Tap the hip down. Press lift up. Rotate forward. Rotate up. And tap the hip down. Beautiful. Take that top hand in front. Slide that lower arm out. Roll to your back. Take that arm that was on bottom and reach it straight up to the ceiling. Take it across your chest, and then your other arm is going to pull it in toward your body. Now turn your head, look over your back shoulder, away from the arm that is being drawn in. Release your arms to the sky. All right, we're going to do a little oblique work here. I love obliques. Hopefully you're with me. Bring your knees up. All right, take your right hand behind your ear. That elbow is going to stay pointed out. You're going to take your right toe to the sky. You're going to take your left leg down into scissor. Not a super wide scissor, right? Maybe 45 degrees there. Take your left arm, reach over the top of your head. Now you're going to take that left hand, you're going to rotate it, reach it to the outside of your right leg. You're going to try to roll that complete left shoulder blade off the floor. Now as that arm comes down, you're going to lower your right leg to match your left. Left leg does not move. Right leg comes up, left shoulder rotates across. Right leg goes down, left arm reaches up. Brace your core, right leg up, rotate it across, release it out. Toes together. If you need to bend that left knee, always okay. Right toe up, reach across, reach it up. So this is your alternative, left foot on the floor. Exhale, rotate, reach across, lower the right leg down, reach the left. Lift, rotate across, lower right leg down, reach left. Lift right leg, rotate across, lower down, extend out. One more time. Right leg up, rotate across. Extend out, reach. Bend your knees, hug to your chest. Rock and roll, people. All right, other side. Left fingertips behind the base of the skull. Right arm over the toes to the sky. So this time our right leg comes down and holds, or you place the foot on the floor. Ready? Lengthen your right arm, and then you rotate the entire right shoulder across to that left leg, and then you lower the left leg down as the right arm reaches. You exhale, lift, rotate across. Inhale, lengthen out. Right leg doesn't move, either bending or extended leg, reach across. Left leg comes down with that right arm extended. Exhale, lift, rotate across. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lift, rotate across. Inhale, lengthen, brace your core there. Exhale, lift, rotate across. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, rotate, reach across. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lift and rotate. Try to take the whole shoulder blade off the floor. Lengthen out. Brace. Exhale, lift, turn. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, lift and turn. Inhale, legs glued. One more. Exhale, lift, rotate. Inhale, lengthen. Bend your knees. Hug them in. Good work. It's a toughie. Hug those knees in and make some motion through your lower back space. Hug your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg up. Bring your right hand across that left thigh. Pull that left knee up and over, dropping your left shoulder flat. Now, if you want to get deeper into your IT band here, if you extend that left leg, bring your big toe toward the floor, that will get deeper into it. If it's too much, keep the knee back. Release your right hand. Bring your torso back to center. Bring your right knee in. Extend your left leg out. First, just hug it to your chest. Then as your left hand comes to the outside of that right leg, your right arm drops to the side. You pull that left knee over, keeping the right shoulder on the floor. And again, if you want to go a little deep, you extend that right toe out. Hold, breathe, inhale, and exhale. Then bend that right knee, come back to your center. All right, we have to do our other side work. So I'm going to do a full flip over so I can see everyone. You can either roll over if you're good this auditory direction, or do a full flip. People don't seem to be moving as quickly as they were 45 minutes ago. Let your lower arm come out, right? Remember, you can prop it up here, chin off the chest, neck on. You can fold the elbow in if you have any neck issues, safe place right there. Or if you have your arm all the way out, make sure your palm is up, right? We don't want to turn your palm down, then you're rotating out of your shoulder and you're getting a white knuckle grip into the mat. And then we lengthen that full side body, tone your belly space in, top arm comes up if you can, but you use it in front when you need to. Then we lift both legs up. Then we take our top leg a little higher, we flex the ankle, push the heel away. Your toes are pointed a little bit up. Flex your bottom heel. Ready, just your lower leg moves. Squeeze, lift, and lower down. Squeeze, lift, lower down. Exhale on the squeeze. Inhale on the lower. Squeeze, lift, lower down. Squeeze, lift, lower down. Squeeze, lift, lower down. Squeeze, lift, lower down. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. Try not to move your top leg. Squeeze up. You can always take a break anytime. Squeeze, lift. Lower down. Squeeze, lift. Lower. Squeeze, lift. One more. Squeeze up. Lower both legs. Take a breathe, a breath. I was going to say a breather, and then I decided on a breath, and it just didn't come out right. So lengthen both legs. Now we would point our toes, squeeze your inner thighs. Draw ends through that like you're doing a zipper up, right? Like you're putting on a wetsuit. If you ever put on, you know how tight it gets? Feel like you got your wetsuit up. Lift your toes. Then lift them a little higher and try to find the highest point of your circle. Inhale. Circle your legs forward, stop at the top. Circle your legs back, stop at the top. Circle forward, lift, hold. Circle back, lift and hold. Circle forward, lift and hold. Circle back, lift and hold. Circle forward, brace that core, try to keep the rib cage still. Back, lift and hold. Forward, lift and hold. Back, lift and hold. Forward, lift, hold, lengthen. Back, lift, hold, lengthen. Forward, lift, hold. Back, lift and hold. Forward, lift and hold. Back, lift, we get one more set. Forward, lift and hold. And back, lift and hold. Lower down. Bend your knees. Yeah, circle your ankles maybe, right? Release that flexion. Your top hand comes in front. You slide your bottom forearm under. You might slide your knees a little bit back. They want to be a little bit in front of your hips. Now make sure that that elbow is under your shoulder. You have that nice lifted sideways. You're pressing your palm, your forearm, you're not on your elbow bone. Top arm comes up, fingertips come behind the head. Long neck. Ready? It says 4 counts. Exhale, lift up, that's 1. Left, touch your fingertips. Rotate up, then tap your hips down. Lift 1. Rotate 2. Rotate up is 3, hips down is 4. So make sure those hips are pushing forward when you lift them up. Push forward, rotate the shoulder, rotate it up, tap the hip down. Lift up, rotate, back up, tap down. Lift up, press forward, rotate the waistline, lift up, tap down. Lift hips forward, rotate, back up, hips down, 1 more, lift, press forward, rotate, lift up, lower down. Take that hand out, slide that bottom arm under, then roll to your back. Long arm straight up to the sky, the one you were just on with your elbow. You bring it straight across your chest, the other arm pulls it in close. Just doing a shoulder release, and you can be, your legs can be bent or extended, whatever feels good for you. Then we'll release our arms, hug your knees into your chest. Draw them in close so you feel your tailbone get a little away from the floor. And then you can either go side to side or it might feel good to draw some circles. So grab right onto your knees and circle. Make sure you go both ways. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Drop your knees out wide. Now, take your right hand to your right inner thigh. Press your right outer knee toward the floor. Your left knee is going to lift up a little bit. That's okay. We're just going to focus on opening up the inside of that right hand. Then we're going to release that push on the right. Left hand is going to press that left outer knee toward the floor. Right knee lifts up a little bit. Feel that lengthening through your front of your head in those hip flexors. Then release. Bring both knees together. Take your right ankle and place it on your left thigh. Lift your left foot up off the floor. Then reach around either to the back of your your left hamstring or around your left shin and hug it in as close as you can. Try to rest your shoulders, head, and neck. Now flex your right ankle. Right, so that ankle that's on top, flex it 90 degrees so that the ligaments don't twist. And then try to hug in closer. Inhale, draw the knee in tight. Exhale, try to feel the muscles release. Inhale, pull them in a little closer. Exhale, feel it release. Release that left foot. Take that right foot off. Take your left ankle, place it on your right thigh. Lift your right foot up. Reach around your hamstring or shin. Then flex that left ankle, make it nice and strong. And then hug that right knee in closer to you. Try to lift your tailbone away from the floor. Inhale to deepen the stretch. Exhale to feel it relax. Inhale to deepen. Exhale to feel it relax. One more full breath, draw it in. And release it away. Uncross that left ankle. Bring your hands behind your knees. Tuck your chin to your chest. A little bit of a heel kick to round your spine out. Or kind of any way that feels good for you. Extend your legs out front. Shake them out. Flex your ankles so that you're leaving a footprint forward. Spread your toes out. See if you can press down that space behind your knees. Reach your arms straight out. Without rounding your shoulders, just reach straight forward. Flex those ankles in, toes reaching towards shins. Breath, inhale. Exhale, deepen. Try to go a little further. Inhale, lift up. Bend your left knee. Your right hand is going to reach to the pinky toe side of that foot. You're going to lift the knee up. Then you're going to pull it over, cross it over, and then try to extend it as far as you can. Now your right hand is pulling the left toe across. Take your left arm behind. Or did I say that backwards? Now try to straighten the knee the best that you can. This again is another IT band stretch. Looking over your left shoulder, draw that leg across. Now, as you release your left hand, look forward. Place that left ankle over your right leg. Bring your right elbow around. Push. Look over your left shoulder. So left hand is pulling left shoulder back. Right elbow is pulling that torso across. Full breath. Let it go. To center. Release that head. Right knee comes in. Lift the toes. Your left hand grabs the outside of the foot. You bring the foot across that left thigh. And then you work towards extending the leg to the best that you can. Reach those toes over to the left. Right hand comes behind you. Rotate your torso opposite your leg. Look over your right shoulder. Feel that stretch move down the outside of that leg. Hold it. And exhale. Bring that right hand back in. Bring that right foot across. Now your left elbow comes around your right knee. Push with that left elbow. Right hand moves behind. Right shoulder pulls back. Left elbow helps with that rotation. Deep breath. Tall, lifted ribcage. Side way. Inhale, come back to center. Any seat that you like. There we go. Take a deep breath. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, just let it go. Good work, everyone. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Unfortunately, not the 60s and 70s like last weekend, but we are in Maine.